What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Josh Brett Horton, and this is the Josh Brett Horton Show, episode 2. And again, we're going to discuss another topic going on in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, it is the topic of George Floyd and what's going on with that situation around the world. I got to admit, I did not want to talk about anything. I don't like talking about politics or stuff like this that's going on in the world, but controversial stuff I don't like talking about. I do not usually discuss these situations. I didn't even watch the video of what happened to George until today. I didn't watch the full video until today, and I watched it, and it's fucking ridiculous how long that fucking cop had his fucking knee on George's neck. It was ridiculous, let me just say that. Abuse of power. Maybe the bystanders that were talking and holding their phones recording the actions of this officer, and maybe the officer's pride got in the way is what I think. I think because they was telling him to take his knee off of George, that his pride got in the way, the officer's pride got in the way, and the officer, he didn't want to do what they said. He didn't want to do what they said. And now a man is dead. Now, had those people been there recording with the same thing happen? I don't know. But we do know one thing, and that is the media picks and chooses what stories to air. So you never know what to believe. Everybody that is woke knows what the fuck I'm talking about. They pick and choose. We know crimes happen all the fucking time. There are white officers killing black people all the time. But there's also black officers that kill white people. But you never hear those stories in the news. There's white on black crime. There's black on white crime. There's all kind of races committing crimes against each other. But the main one that seems to always be focused on is these types of crimes, different races against each other crimes. And they focus on this because they want to keep us divided. Because they know if we are divided, we are easier to control. They want to control us, and that's all they want to do. They want to control us. Because like the saying says, like I said earlier, united we stand, divided we fall. And those words could never be more truer than they are right now. What they want to do is they want to control us. And they're doing it. They're doing what they wanted. What the media wants is happening. If you look at society right now with all these riots, I watched a video, and this is why I had to delete the old video and do this video. Because I saw a video of a black man who had worked hard for his business, who came from nothing, who made it. And these rioters, these protesters, they burned his building down. They burned the black man's building down. They stole his computer. They stole his shit. And he's out there telling them, why are y'all doing this to me? Why are y'all doing this to me? You're angry at the white man, but you're doing this to me. And it's like some people that are a part of the protest are just using this as an excuse so they could go out and steal stuff and burn down shit and do whatever the fuck they want with no consequences or repercussions. But there is something that does need to be done about it. But and there's another thing. Peaceful protest was my problem in the earlier video that I had posted that I had now deleted because I wanted to make this one because my stance has changed now. Peaceful protest, yes. They could be a good thing. You get your word out there and you do what you got to do. You say what you got to say. Let them know why you're there. Let them know why you're mad and all that. But peaceful protests, the problem with those things, they've been going on about this topic, and they've been protesting about this topic for over the last 50 years. And you know what? I seen somebody post something about the peaceful protest that was done in the past had changed things. If it had changed anything, then none of this would be going on right now. Any leader in the past that led a bunch of people in a peaceful protest, if they done anything in the past to change anything, then this shit wouldn't still be going on. Now, but it is still going on. So that goes to show you right there that it is time for people to take a stand. It is time for people to not back down. It is time for us to be united. It is time for us to rise together and to raise some hell. But at the same time, I want to tell everyone, if you're going to raise some hell, don't go attacking innocent people. I seen another video just a while ago. People hitting other civilians' cars with baseball bats. People that wasn't even in law enforcement's cars are getting fucked up. And all these businesses that have nothing to do with the police, that are owned by other black people, getting fucked up. Businesses that are owned by anybody that didn't have anything to do with this situation, getting fucked up. White people, black people, Latinos, Asians, whatever. Their businesses getting fucked up when they didn't have anything to do with this situation. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. What needs to be done is to stay the course. Peaceful protesting has solved nothing. It is time to raise some hell. But at the same time, we got to stay united. Don't go burning down businesses or taking baseball bats to cars that belong to other civilians. If you want to raise some hell, then do it to the police. Do it to the evil police. The dirty cops. They need to be set straight. What I'm saying is, for years and years and years, peaceful protests have been happening. And for years and years and years, nothing has changed. So sometimes you got to raise some hell to get some results. And what's happening now is, they should be going after the cops. We should be protesting them, not attacking all these businesses. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, not all cops are bad cops. They are a lot of great cops. There are a lot of good cops. They are. Shout out to all the good cops out there. But there also needs to be something done to scare the dirty cops and make them understand that if they cross the line and they do something like what happened to George Floyd, then there will be consequences and repercussions. If you kill a man, you're going to jail for murder. They need to think that. They need to see what happened with this situation and learn from it. Is what needs to happen. And what needs to happen is when they see what happens when you do something like this, your whole city could burn down. Your whole life could be over with because you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison for murder if you murder an innocent man. So what needs to happen is we need to scare these police, these dirty police, straight. So they do the job and they do the job right. If you are scared, if you are too fucking scared to go out there and be a cop, then go be something else. You don't need to have 4 or 5 cop cars surrounding one man with 5 or 6 different guns on him and him not armed. You don't need that to happen either. That's what they do because they're afraid. We need more brave officers, not afraid officers. We need more good officers, not dirty officers. Now the problem is, it's hard to find out what officers are good and what officers are bad. But they need to figure a way out how to find that out when they're training officers. They need to be something done to figure that out. And another thing is, I hope they do figure that out. I hope they really do. All these riots, all this looting, all this attacking fellow civilians, it needs to stop. Just because one man from one race hurt somebody does not mean everybody from that race or every cop is a bad cop or everybody from that race is a bad person. It's simply not true. But at the same time, we need to make a statement. We need to raise some hell, just not against each other. Just not raise hell against each other. But we do need to raise some hell and let everybody know, let the cops know that we are not going to stand for it no longer. Police brutality has got to stop. They cannot be crossing the line. Every riot that is happening on the news right now is what they want to happen. They want that shit to happen. That's why they pick the stories they post in the media. And if you're woke, you know that the media is controlled by 6 or 7 different families. Not going to go off on all the conspiracies, but we know it is. They want us divided, like I said, because it's easier to control us. We need to all stay united. We need to all stay united. Raise some hell. Do it. But don't burn down innocent victims, civilians, houses and buildings and businesses. Don't do that. And don't take baseball bats to innocent people's cars. It's stupid. It's stupid. You need to think that the media, got to remember, it is controlled. They decide what to post to keep us divided. They want us to stay divided. They want this shit to happen. And they love it when it happens because it gives them more to talk about. And it makes it for us to be controlled easier. Like I said, they know what was going to happen when they kept posting these stories. They know what was going to happen. It happens the other way around too, but you don't ever see them post that shit. No, you don't, because it doesn't fit their narrative. It doesn't. So, I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that's going to disagree with me, and that's fine. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I'm just giving mine. And my opinion is that I don't like all the anarchy, all the innocent victims, businesses getting burned down, the civilians' cars getting busted up that have nothing to do with it. You have to understand, just because there's one bad apple doesn't mean the whole bunch is bad. Remember that, because it's true. It's facts. It's facts. There are good people in every race, and there are also bad people in every race. And the sooner we learn that, the better. Everybody needs to know that. Not everybody is bad. Just because one dickhead is a bad person, don't go around thinking that everybody is. We got to learn to love each other, respect each other, and do what we can for each other. Because what that song says, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. That's all we need. is love. So I hope all of y'all stay safe. Your family stay safe. And show respect to each other. We're in this together. We got to stay united because they want us divided. They want us divided. So let's all stay united no matter what. Because united, the more united we are, the stronger we are. And if you have to go out and protest, which you should, go out and protest, make sure that you don't do anything to innocent people or innocent people's business. And like I said, they are people just going out there doing stuff, burning up stuff, breaking stuff, stealing stuff, just so they can use this as an excuse to get away with it. And that's wrong. But yeah, everybody just stay safe, love one of another, and don't always believe everything the media puts out there, because it happens to everyone. Remember, they just don't put it out there. They just don't show you, because they pick what they want to put on. Pick. Remember that. And also remember what I said. Just because one person does something bad in a race doesn't make that whole race bad. There's always a bad apple in the bunch. But we need to start weeding out those bad apples. And we will. Let's stay united. Because divided we will fall. This has been Josh Brett Horton and the Josh Brett Horton Show, episode 2. R.I.P. to George Floyd. Everybody out there doing the protest, stay safe. Stay inside. If you don't want to be out there with the shit going on, stay inside. But everybody, if you are going out there, stay safe. Let's go to bed tonight and pray that everything gets better in this world, because this world isn't going to hell. This world is already in hell. This 2020 has been one of the worst years ever. There's no doubt about that. And what we need to do is stay together. Unity, people. Unity. We're all human. If the world was colorblind, we wouldn't have these problems. Colors are great, but sometimes there's not gold at the end of that rainbow. Maybe it would be better off if the whole world was colorblind. We got to stop this shit. We got to learn to love each other. Now, everybody, take it easy. Much love, much respect. This has been the Josh Brett Horton Show. Stay safe, everybody.